Hello, everyone, and welcome to the District Update for Friday, November the 5th, 2021. I'm Anita Foster. Today, we're coming to you from Crow Leadership Academy. It's one of 10 specialized programs here in the Arlington ISD. We're going to discuss some topics today, including our new strategic plan process. We're going to make you aware of some shortages that we're experiencing in our food services program. We'll announce a new transfer window for children of our Arlington ISD employees, and we're going to share some good news from around the district. To address all of these topics and more is Dr. Marcelo Cavazos. Welcome and happy fall.
Thank you, Anita, and it's good to be here to talk about these topics. I want to start, though, by congratulating everyone for making it to the first 12 weeks of school. We know we continue to have changes and adaptations. We'll talk about that today. But everyone is doing an outstanding job. Our students, our staff, our parents, thank you so much for your patience. We know that we're only a couple of weeks away from an extended break, so that everyone can unwind and take some time to rest and relax. And so I'm looking forward to that time, and I just want to thank everyone.
Well, I think we're all looking forward to that time. But first, let's talk about an exciting initiative that we're working on right now, and that's the creation of the district's next 5-year strategic plan.
That's right, Anita. So we have been busy creating and developing the next strategic plan. We know we're at the end of our 5-year strategic plan. It's time to start the next one and develop that. But let's start with the why. Why is a strategic plan important? It's important for a school district to have a strategic plan because it really is the roadmap for the next 5 years, the future, and what we expect of our district, of ourselves, of our students. And it's also an important step to make sure everyone is working in a unified, interdependent direction so that we can meet our goals and our strategies. So we started with a community survey. Nearly 5,000 people answered that survey. And they tell us about what's important for students in the next 5 years. Really got a lot of great feedback from those surveys, and we appreciate everyone who took the time to answer that. From the surveys, we held a series of community summits that featured panels of students talking with us about what they want from their education in the future. Those focus groups were great, and from there we had parents, business leaders, teachers, staff come together, a committee, for design days to start designing and understanding all the feedback we've received and begin to put that in a strategy or several strategies that then becomes our strategic plan. From there, we went to Create Days, and Create Days had another group of individuals that took those strategies and began to develop some action around that. What does it actually look like based on the feedback that we received? I'd like to have a special thank you to Dr. Stephen Wirtz because his team led a lot of this effort of building and developing the strategic plan. Still a lot of work to do on this strategic plan, Anita, but we're still on target to bring that strategic plan for a recommendation to our school board in December.
Well, thank you so much. That was an absolutely terrific update on the strategic plan, and we're making a lot of headway. I'm going to turn my attention now to an issue we're having in the district that we wanted to let everyone know about and to hear it from David Lewis, Director of Food and Nutrition Services. Now, David, if any of us turns on the news or looks at social media, we're hearing almost daily, if not daily, that there are national shortages of supplies of food products. We see it on our grocery store shelves, at our local retail establishments, and school districts are not immune. Tell us about some of the challenges that your team is facing right now.
Ms. Foster, thank you, and that's right. It is a national challenge with the supply chain, and it's in every channel of the supply chain. It's with the manufacturers, it's with supplies, it's with the distribution channels. And it's not just food items, it's also non-food items. And so we're having orders that are shorted, orders that are just canceled altogether. We'll have that kind of surprise substitutions that come our way. Then we'll have the go shipments that our warehouse will talk to us about, where we have a confirmed shipment, a scheduled date and time for it to arrive, and no truck arrives.
And I'm going to give an example that we got from you just recently, because I think this will help all of us understand what's actually going on. We ordered 450 cases of sliced beef, and we received 11. We ordered 300 cases of green beans, and 8 cases arrived. This is what you're dealing with on a daily basis, is that correct?
That is correct. Every change that we have at the central level is magnified at the campus level. And so what we truly want to stress is to let everyone know that our managers and our teams at the campus level are doing the very best that they can. They're getting changes to the menu that's only 1 or 2 days ahead of time. They're getting items to serve that may be only 1 or 2 days ahead of time. And the stress and the challenges that it has with preparing meals is just incredibly hard to deal with. And so we just want to make sure that people are aware of that and that extra patience and understanding is there.
And you guys normally are able to produce a monthly menu schedule. But for parents right now, we wanted to talk about this because we want them to understand the challenges you're facing. You guys are not able to do that monthly menu. What's going on now?
And that's right. We know that parents and families plan around the menu, and we try to have that month menu out. This year, we've not been able to do that. We put out a weekly menu because we know that if you're planning around that, that you're depending on that. And we want to make sure that there's some sort of a level of confidence that we have that we're going to be able to stick to that menu. And so we put out a week's menu at a time. At the beginning of the year, we were about 95% confident that we would hit that. We're only about 80% confident that we can hit that now. So some daily substitutions do happen, but we know that the menu is posted, the menu is there, the families are making plans around that, and we're doing everything that we can to make sure that we're serving the posted menu.
We're going to have an annual holiday celebration look a little bit differently this year. David, what's going to happen with the Thanksgiving feast that we have at schools?
That's right. And so it's a tradition that we have the Thanksgiving feast, and the community comes together. The three of us were at Adams 3 years ago.
Oh, yes, I remember.
And we were celebrating that and talking about the importance of the community coming together and sharing that Thanksgiving. Well, there's still that still will happen. When the community will still come together, hopefully we'll still have Thanksgiving. We just don't have the Thanksgiving meal. The challenges that we're having right now are the same challenges that we would have obviously at the Thanksgiving meal. We know the nationwide shortage in turkeys right now. If you haven't gotten yours, go get your turkey for Thanksgiving. But because of that, we can't guarantee that we're going to have the items that we would need for the Thanksgiving feast. And so while we'll still have Thanksgiving, we won't have the Thanksgiving traditional meal.
We can still give thanks whether we have the turkey and dressing or not, but I know that that's something very important to you and your team. As staff members, David, what can we do to support the food and nutrition services?
With the shortages, we also have a shortage in workers. And again, this is nationwide. It's what every school district is facing right now. Just because every school district is facing it, though, doesn't make it any less of a challenge. And so, again, it's just the understanding of what the team is having to go through to make sure that every student gets a meal. And we do want to assure families that every student who wants a meal will get a meal. They will get a nutritious meal. It will meet the national nutrition requirements from USDA. But there's challenges with that. And just know and understand what the campus is going through. But if you also know somebody who is passionate about blessing the community and who wants to feed children, we are accepting team members. And so please call us, and you can go online and apply for positions with food service, but also with other positions in the district as well.
David, with all of your years in this industry of feeding children, have you ever experienced a supply chain issue to this degree?
No, we have never experienced anything like this. And other directors as well, when you're talking to them, they'll say that this year is actually the hardest year that they've gone through, even harder than when we were in the pandemic last year. This year, the challenges that we're facing is much harder than any year that any of us have experienced.
Well, your team is greatly appreciated. And just as a reminder to everyone, ways that we can help your team, really be appreciative to our food services team. They're really having to use creativity and ingenuity, and lots of challenges are in their pathway. So just recognize them for the great work that they are doing. If you know someone who's interested in working for the Arlington ISD on David Lewis's outstanding team, go to AISD.net/jobs and have your friends or family fill out an application. David, thank you so much for the update. One last thing I do want to remind everyone of, everything that we talked about and more, we put into a blog post. So you can go to our website, AISD.net, just scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the Looped In blog, and you can share this story with parents or teachers, with staff, with anyone that has questions about this national supply chain issue and how it's impacting public schools. So thank you again, David, and thank you for everything your team is doing. Hugs to all of y'all. We'll see you very soon.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And have a very blessed Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You do the same. All right. Well, Dr. Cavazos, I have to say that was a lot of information, and I've heard all the stories, but I didn't realize that we were being so deeply impacted as a district.
Right. No, Anita, and it's true. And so I want to thank David, because David does an exceptional job, and we know that he is an example. He's a model of what happens in our district every day with the people that we have. They adapt, they face challenges, they do things better every day to serve our students. So thank you, David, for that. Anita, this is also an example, just in this update, of the things that we deal with in education. So while we deal with these operational issues, staffing shortages, food shortages, and things like that, we also are dealing with building a strategic plan. To have those two things going on at the same time is a challenge in education. But we have to have a future orientation, because the operational challenges will level off at some point, we hope. And we know we have to plan for the future. So it's kind of living in those two lanes, and I think it's really important for us to continue to focus on both of those, day-to-day operations, but also the future of our students.
Something else that's coming up in the future is the transfer window, where Arlington ISD employees have the first priority.
That's right, Anita. We have a new transfer window opening on November 16th that gives Arlington ISD employees the first opportunity to transfer their children to the district. This window will be open from November 16th through December 2nd. We'll share updates with you by email, so everyone has the dates about transfer opportunities.
Okay, terrific. And just as a reminder, that website, AISD.net/transfer. All right, we have some good news too to share from around the district.
We certainly do, and I'll start by saying congratulations to Lamar High School teacher Dean Wu, who stepped up like no one else in the district, literally. Dean was a top stepper for the Arlington ISD as it participated in the National Step Challenge as part of our partnership with our wellness partner of Humana. Out of more than 10,000 steppers nationally, Dean had more than 765,000 steps in less than a month. His average steps per day was more than 26,000. That put him 25th nationally out of everyone who competed. And thanks to more than 500 Arlington ISD employees who competed in the challenge as part of the Arlington ISD team. Speaking of congratulations, how about a shout out to Carter Junior High teacher and coach William McAllister and Adams Elementary teacher Terry Miller. McAllister was named the Dallas Cowboy Reliant Class Act Teacher of the Month for September, and Miller received the same honor for October. They each had a surprise visit to the campus by a crew that included former Dallas Cowboy lineman Joe Looney, Dallas Cowboy representatives, and district staff. Each winner received a jersey customized to them, a football, and $4,000 to use on their campus. We've now had 4 winners of this award since the start of the 2020-2021 school year.
It is always so fun to go out because the teachers are always so surprised. Everyone's so deserving, but no one ever thinks it's going to be them. So it was always really fun. And hey, Dean Wu, really great job. You know, I participated in that challenge. I finished a little bit behind Dean Wu.
Not even close.
Okay, not even close. We can go there. But it was really great. It was fun to see everyone participating and keeping up with our steps and all of that. So really great job, everyone in the district. And Dr. Cavazos, thank you for the update today. Any final parting words of wisdom?
Well, just a sincere thank you. You saw today demonstrated the excellence that we have in our people, David Lewis and others. And so just a thank you to our staff for the continued work and dedication to serve our students exceptionally well.
And thank you again, and thanks to all of you for joining us from the Crow Leadership Academy. Have a happy fall, and we'll see you on our next district update.